We will start the meeting in a few seconds. Good afternoon, everybody, once again. Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you to the 41st Annual General Meeting of Rishabh Instruments Limited. I am Narendra. I am the Executive Chairman of the company, attending the Annual General Meeting through video conferencing. And presently, I am at our company's corporate office in Nashik. On behalf of Rishabh Instruments Board of Directors, I thank each one of you for joining us today. Continued trust, encouragement, and support to the company and its management. Our family are safe and healthy in this environment. Let me now introduce the members of the board. Mr. Dinesh Kumar Musli, Director. Dinesh.
Yeah, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am joining this meeting from our office in Poland, Zielonogora. Thank you.
Mr. Siddharth, Chairman of the Audit Committee. Siddharth.
Yes, hi, good afternoon. I'm joining the meeting from my office in Bombay.
Thanks, Siddharth. Rathin Kumar Banerjee, Chairperson of the Nomination and
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, I have the pleasure to join the 41st AGM meeting of Rishabh Enterprises. And I'm joining this virtually from my residence in Mumbai.
Thanks, Rathin. P. Chairperson of the Stakeholders Relationship Committee.
Hi, I'm Ramakrishnan. I'm joining the AGM from the corporate office of Rishabh.
Mrs. Astha Katar, Independent Director. Astha.
You're muted. You're muted.
Apologies. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Astha Kataria. I'm joining this meeting from my office in Nashik. I'm glad to be a part of the first annual general meeting of Rishabh.
Thanks, Astha. Non-executive independent director, Ukash.
Hi, good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Lukasz Meissner joining this meeting from my home office in Poznan, Poland. Happy to be joining.
Thanks, Ukash. Let me now introduce Vishal Kulkarni, Chief Financial Officer.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Ajinkya Joglekar, he's the company's finance officer. Ajinkya.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Okay, let me also introduce our statutory auditors, MSK and Company, MSK and Associate, represented today by Nitin Jumani, Partner.
Hi everyone, I'm Yogesh Yevle. I'm the director with MSK and Associates. So I'll be part of this meeting today from as a representative of MSK and Associates. Hi everyone.
Thanks, Yogesh. Thanks, Yogesh. Secretarial auditor is Kans and Company LLP, Mr. Rishikesh Wag.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, all. This is Rishikesh Wag, Partner Kanjanko LLP, Secretarial Auditor. I am joining this meeting from Pune.
Rishikesh. We have Vijay Shalu from KFin Tech Registrars of the company. Vijay Shalu, you were there? He will join later and introduce him. Now I request the company secretary to read out instructions related to this meeting.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. Members, let me take you through some instructions to facilitate your participation in today's annual general conferencing. All the members joining this meeting will be put on mute by the presenter to avoid any background and to ensure smooth and seamless conduct of this meeting. Some of you have already expressed an interest in this meeting. This would be essential for you to speak in this meeting. You will be able to the comment box anytime during the meeting. Once the Q&A session starts, we will shareholders who are in the queue to ask questions. Speaker shareholders will be unmuted. When it is your turn, you are requested to click on the video on button so that you are visible to the. If for some reason you are not able to join through video mode, you may be allowed to join through audio only. We request you to use a headset for better audio clarity and ensure that you have adequate bandwidth for the clear video quality. If there is any connectivity problem, and we will ask the next speaker to join. You will be added back to the queue and you need to speak when other speakers complete their turn. We request the speakers to be crisp and limit 3 minutes. Please note that the company reserves the right to limit the number of members asking questions ability of the time at the AGM. The company has provided the facility to cast the vote on all the resolutions set forth in the notice through NSDL. The remote e-voting period was 10th, 2024 till September 12th, 2024. The members who have not had the vote electronically and who are participating in this meeting will have an opportunity to cast meeting through the e-voting system provided by the NSDL. The members are requested provided in the AGM notice for a pleasant experience of participating in the AGM through video conferencing. AGM, in case any member faces any difficulty, they may reach out to the helpline numbers mentioned in the AGM note. Yes, Mr. Rishikesh Wag, partner Kanj & Company LLP, has been appointed as the scrutinizer for process in a fair and transparent manner. Thank you. I hand this over to Mr. Chairman to continue.
The quorum being present, I call the meeting. Pursuant to the relevant provisions of the Companies Act 2013, documents are kept open for inspection by the shareholders till the conclusion of the NSDL website www.evotingindia.com. Being held through video conferencing, the facility for appointment of the proxies by applicable, and hence the proxy register is not available for inspection. Now I'll read out on the occasion of this meeting. I am thrilled to share Rishabh Instruments' exceptional achievement 24. This year marked a significant milestone with our successful listing in Bombay Stock Exchanges in September 23. We saw a robust 21% reaching Indian rupees 6,897 million, driven initiative and the dedication of our global team. Our diverse product portfolio, growing trends in clean energy, industrial automation, and infrastructure development is well to capitalize on these opportunities. We have introduced around products over the past 2 years, contributing to a 10% incremental revenue. 20 more products in the pipeline for the current year 24-25. Innovation, sustainability, and social empowerment remain strong. And R&D, support education, and engage in proactive environmental efforts. We are optimistic about expanding our market presence in India, continuing our journey towards excellence and sustainable growth. I now request Dinesh Musle. Dinesh, you are mute. Dinesh, you have to.
Dinesh sir, you have to unmute yourself first.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, now it's perfect.
Okay. Thank you, sir. And continuing on what Mr. Golia just now referred, I want to express my deep gratitude for your trust and support as we navigate this new chapter of Rishabh Instrument. Reflecting on 2023-2024, it has been a transformative year with our successful listing on the Indian Stock Exchange and a notable advancement despite some global challenges. Our focus remains on enhancing operational efficiency and enhancing critical KPI guided by our commitment to measure, control, record, analyze, and optimize energy. We achieved a remarkable 21% growth in revenue, reaching to rupees 6,897 million, with 300 basis points increase in our gross margin to 58%. Despite rising cost, our adjusted EBITDA of rupees 955 million demonstrates our resilience. We expanded our product portfolio, introducing new energy efficiency and automation products, and grew our international presence in Europe, North America, and Asia Pacific. Investments in manufacturing and advanced technologies have improved efficiency and cost effectiveness. Looking ahead, our strategy includes boosting production in solar energy, optimization of costs in industrial automation, and expanding our electronic manufacturing services. We aim to double EMS sales, enhance our global footprint, particularly in the large markets like China and USA, through certification, partnerships, and potential acquisitions. In aluminum die casting, we are focusing on cost optimization and energy efficiency improvements. We are also renegotiating our contracts with our customers to protect our margins. Our strategic roadmap emphasizes market penetration, innovation, and embracing digital technologies like data analytics and AI. We are committed to sustainability, CSR, and ESG initiatives, aiming to reduce our carbon footprints and support local communities. As we continue to grow, we remain dedicated to delivering exceptional value, nurturing talent, and maintaining high-performance culture. Our focus on innovation and efficiency will drive our success and contribute to sustainable future. Thank you.
The notice convening the 41st Annual General Meeting, the Director's Report, and the audited financial statements for the year ended 31st March 2024 have been with you for some time. Therefore, I will take them as read. Since the statutory auditor's report is unmodified, the same is not required to be read out at the meeting. As there are no qualifications in the secretarial auditor's report, they are not required to be read. Now we proceed to consider the business forming part of the AGM notice. I request the Company Secretary to read them out one by one.
Thank you, sir. Now I shall read out the resolutions for voting and understanding of the shareholders. Request the members who have not voted through e-voting may vote now. Ordinary resolutions. Adoption of annual accounts, both standalone and consolidated, for the financial year ended 31st March 2024. To approve appointment of a director in place of Mr. Ramakrishnan, who retires by rotation at this annual general meeting and being eligible offers himself for reappointment. To appoint a director in place of Mr. Narendra Golia, who retires by rotation at this annual general meeting and being eligible offers himself for reappointment. Special resolutions. To approve the continuation of directorship of Mr. P.K. Ramakrishnan as non-executive director beyond the age of 75 years. To approve the continuation of directorship of Mr. Rathin Banerjee as non-executive independent director beyond the age of 75 years. To approve amendment in ESOP Plan 2022 Scheme A. To approve options granted to employee of subsidiary company under ESOP Plan 2022 Scheme A, Mr. Dinesh Kumar Mushaikar, President, Lumel SA and Lumel Avcast. To approve options granted to employees of subsidiary company under ESOP Plan 2022 Scheme A exceeding 1% and up to 2% of the issued capital of the company, Mr. Dinesh Kumar Mushaikar, President, Lumel SA and Lumel Avcast. To change the designation of Mr. Dinesh Kumar Mushaikar from Group CEO to Whole-time Director of the company. To approve variation in the terms of contracts or objects of the issue. To approve the grant of options to employees of the company under ESOP Plan 2022 Scheme B. To approve grant of options to employees of the subsidiary of the company under ESOP Plan 2022 Scheme B. To adopt a new set of memorandum of association of the company as per Companies Act 2013. Some of the ordinary resolutions to include: to consider and fix the remuneration of the cost auditor for the financial year 24-25, to approve the extension of time limit for the utilization of funds raised in the initial public offer of the company. Part, we can move ahead with question and answer session. So the shareholders who have already registered themselves as a speaker will be allowed to speak, and other shareholders can ask their questions in writing in the comment section. We will unmute those shareholders to allow them to speak in the meeting. Please note that the time allocated to each shareholder is 3 minutes. Please restrict your questions or speech to this time. Please also note that when your name is announced, be ready with your question or speech and turn on your audio and video. While speaking, we request you to use the earphone for better audio clarity and ensure sufficient internet bandwidth and lighting at your location for a clear video quality. We will first gather all the questions from each of the speakers before proceeding to provide the responses. The e-voting process will end after 15 minutes from the conclusion of this meeting. So we'll start the question and answers. So the first speaker.
Ajinkya sir, first speaker shareholder name. Hello. Ajinkya sir.
Is it Manjit Singh?
Yes, Manjit Singh.
Mr. Manjit, please unmute.
My audible, sir?
Yes.
Sir,
Yes, sir.
Hello.
कंपनी की मैनेजमेंट टीम, सेक्रेटरियल टीम और माय को शेयर होल्डर, मैं सभी का स्वागत करता हूं। यहाँ दिल्ली में मौसम खुशनुमा है। उम्मीद है कि आपके यहाँ भी मौसम अच्छा ही होगा। कंपनी की इशू के बाद फर्स्ट एजीएम में
हेलो मिस्टर मंजीत, वी कैन हियर यू कैन।
हाँ, हेलो, मैं सभी का स्वागत करता हूँ। यहाँ दिल्ली में ऑडिबल।
Yeah, you are audible to me, sir, very clearly.
हाँ जी, हाँ जी। मौसम अच्छा ही होगा। कंपनी की मैं दिल्ली से आपका शेयर होल्डर मंजीत सिंह ज्वाइन कर रहा हूँ। हेलो सर, मैं सभी का स्वागत करता हूँ। भाई ऑडिबल सर, बोलूं क्या जी मैं?
हाँ जी, कंटिन्यू कीजिए।
कंपनी की मैनेजमेंट टीम, सेक्रेटरियल टीम और माय को शेयर होल्डर, मैं सभी का स्वागत करता हूं। जिस तरह का मौसम दिल्ली में खुशनुमा है, उम्मीद है कि आपके यहाँ भी होगा ही। ये इशू के बाद जो फर्स्ट एजीएम हो रही है, उसमें आपको मुबारकबाद देता हूं मैं। हालांकि कंपनी काफी पुरानी है, 1982-83 से आपकी बर्थ दिखाई है और कंपनी को काफी एक्सपीरियंस होगा अपने क्षेत्र में जिसमें वो काम कर रही है। सर, जो हम प्रोडक्ट बनाते हैं, इसके अंदर जो रॉ मटेरियल हम यूज करते हैं, कम्युनिटी के जो भाव ऊपर नीचे रहते हैं, उसको कैसे हम आगे अपने कस्टमर पर डालते हैं या कैसे करते हैं, किस तरह का स्टॉक हम अपनी जो कच्चे माल का अपने पास रखते हैं, थोड़ा आप इस बारे में अगर शेयर होल्डर को अवगत कराएंगे तो अच्छा रहेगा। सर, एक चीज मैं और पूछना चाहूंगा कि जब हमारा इशू आया, उससे पहले हमारे पास कितने एम्प्लॉइज थे और अब एम्प्लॉइज कितने हैं? ये जो भारत के अंदर अपनी जो कच्चे माल का अपने पास। हाँ जी सर, आगे बोलूं? अब ये क्या हो रहा है? डबल आ रहा है आवाज।
बोलिए सर।
हाँ जी। जितनी मेहनत और जितने हंसते खेलते आप एजीएम में शेयर होल्डर को संबोधन करा आपने और आप शेयर होल्डर के सवाल भी ले रहे हैं, उसी तरह हंसते खेलते आप इस कंपनी को चलाएंगे। कंपनी का जो बोर्ड दिख रहा है, एक तरफ तो काफी एक्सपीरियंस होल्डर दिख रहे हैं और दूसरी तरफ बिल्कुल यंगस्टर हैं। ये यंगस्टर और एक्सपीरियंस होल्डर का जो मेल है, वो कंपनी को अच्छी दिशा प्रदान करेगा, इसकी हम उम्मीद करते हैं। बाकी इन्वेस्टर जो है आपकी कंपनी के अंदर निवेश करता है, बीएससी का कोड 543977 और ऋषभ सिंबल है, इसमें पूरे विश्वास से वो इन्वेस्ट करता है। आप इस कंपनी को अच्छी तरह चलाएं और शेयर होल्डर को अच्छा रिटर्न मिले, इसकी हम कामना करते हैं। और सेक्रेटरियल डिपार्टमेंट ने जिस तरह से मेहनत करी है, हमें आपसे जोड़ा है, उनका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। जिस तरह हंसते मुस्कुराते आप इस कंपनी को चला रहे हैं, आगे भी इस कंपनी को बढ़ाएं। हम कामना करते हैं कि कंपनी अच्छी चले। थैंक यू फॉर द मैनेजमेंट टीम, थैंक यू फॉर द सेक्रेटरियल टीम। थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू।
थैंक यू मंजीत सिंह जी। अभी सेकंड लोग को एक साथ में मैं आपके सबके आंसर्स दूंगा। अभी मैं सब क्वेश्चंस ले रहा हूँ।
मिस्टर प्रतीक गिरी, यू कैन आस्क योर क्वेश्चन। हेलो,
Am I audible?
Yes.
Thank you for confirming. Very warm greetings to respected Chairman Mr. Golia, our CEO Mr. Mulasekar, distinguished board members, and the management team of Rishabh Instruments. This is Pratik Giri from Delhi. This year has been challenging, but we have shown extreme resilience and have performed reasonably well in such times. I wish the entire team a better FY25. Mr. Golia, I have 2 points for your consideration. I would like to get your thoughts on our European business of aluminium casting. I am keen to understand your assessment of that vertical. I understand businesses go through various down cycles and up cycles, but do we really need to continue that business? If you can throw some light on the possibility of selling that business and bringing the entire focus to our high ROC electronics business. I understand we cannot close the business due to European regulations, etc. But is there a possibility of selling the business? Mr. Gulia, the reason behind this question is it seems the aluminium casting business is of unrelated nature, which dilutes the focus, financials, and value creation, given our core business is very rewarding. Mr. Gulia, I have a second point, which is if you can throw some light on succession planning at Rishabh Instruments from promoter sides, that will be very helpful for all the shareholders. I would like to conclude with thanking Ajinkya for his efforts on seamless onboarding in the AGM. Thank you and wish you all the best.
Yeah, thank you, Pratik sir. Next we have is Mr. Jaideep Butra. Sir, you are unmuted. You can ask your question. Mr. Jaideep Butra.
A very warm greeting to our respected chairman, sir, Mr. Golia, and our CEO, Mr. Muslekar, sir, and our distinguished board member and the management team of Rishabh Instrument. Myself, Jaideep Butra, attending this 41st AGM after and the first AGM after listing from Delhi. I congratulate the entire team and management team of Rishabh Instrument and for sailing through a tough year for the company. I wish the entire team a better for it for financial year 25. I have one point for your consideration, Mr. Muslekar, sir. I would like your thoughts on aluminium casting business. I am keen to understand your assessment of the best case of that business. Say if the next 1 or 2 years that business comes out of slowdowns, what top line margins and ROCE will be generating. We'll appreciate if you can give some ballpark numbers regarding the 3 metrics. I will thank Mr. Ajinkya for his efforts on seamless onboarding the AGM. Thank you and wish you all the very best. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Mr. Jaideep. Next is Mr. Badri Vishal Bajaj. Sir, you are unmuted. You can ask your question. Mr. Badri Vishal Bajaj.
Sir, he is not present in the meeting.
Okay. Next we have is Mr. Sachin Singhal.
Sir, he is also not present in the meeting.
Okay. So we'll take a small pause and we'll answer the questions quickly. Hello. So Mr. Golia will provide his responses and management responses. Also, Dinesh sir will be here to provide the responses.
So thank you everybody for asking the questions, for taking the time, for going through the data that we have sent you and asking the relevant questions. I really appreciate the questions you have asked. So the first question was regarding raw material price change. See, we are in a commodities market. Aluminium business is purely based on aluminium raw material, where the prices fluctuate as per so many factors, which are not under the control of the company. Fortunately, what has happened is all the aluminium contracts are with a variable price clause. Every quarter, we check the prices, and based on whether the prices have changed for the higher or for the lower, in one quarter, the prices are adjusted. So it's a complete pass through. We have absolutely no profit or loss, or no control, or no effect on this. So I think it answers your question on the aluminum side. On the electrical business also, we have a lot of commodities. We use a lot of copper. PCB is nothing but copper. Solder is nothing but lead and tin. Now of course we don't use so much lead, but tin is the predominant raw material. We use a lot of plastic materials, polycarbonate, and similarly there are many other materials where the prices are fluctuating. Fortunately, each of the raw material doesn't play as important a role as aluminum plays. Aluminum plays about 30-35% role in the cost of our final product. In the case of our electrical and electronic business, each of them plays less than 3-4%. Highest would be, I think, copper, which would be about 4%. Plastic would be about 3.5-4%, and then the rest are all below that. So there, what we have adopted over the years, not only for this year, but even over the years, the scheme we have adopted is that we change the prices once a year. So generally in the month of January, we revise the list prices. There the business is list price based. So we fix the list price, and then we give discounts to the customers depending on the quantity that they buy. Once a year, we go and adjust these prices depending on whether the prices have gone up or meanwhile remained where they are. When we had COVID, prices of copper went up very much. Semiconductor prices went very much. But now after COVID, they are all reasonably stable, not changing as fast as they change. So we have that leverage once a year to do it. If something happens more often, then we can even change the prices a number of times. We don't have any long-term contracts on the electronic business, whereas aluminum we have, which I just explained. Similarly, your next question was the number of employees that we had before this and after this. Generally, the employees do not change much. As a company, as a business, we keep growing, so we need more additional manpower. As a business, we do a lot of automation, we do a lot of optimization, we sometimes do outsourcing. So we try to keep the number of employees constant. We have a whole automation team trying to automate some of the processes which are manually done. Number two, our product range is going up. So these are the two opposing effects. We remain constant with the employees. For example, in Lumal, we will have both the business together, electric and aluminum, about between 650 and 700 employees. In Rishabh, we will have about 800-900 employees, between 800 and 900 employees. In UK, we will have between 8 and 10 employees. In China, we will have 70-75. So as I said, there are reasons for it to go up, but we make sure that we do not let the number of employees. See, everywhere in the world, the prices of people are going up. The minimum wages have increased 3 times in the last 2 years in Poland. And that is substantial. It's not marginal 2-3%, but it's substantial 15-20%. So it is in our interest to make sure that year by year we are able to do more automation and keep the number of people constant. I hope I have answered both your questions correctly. The next question was from Pratik Giri. Particularly, his question was the European business of aluminum die casting, and even if we do not want to close it, is it worth continuing or is it better to sell it out? I'll let Dinesh later on answer it in his own words. But in my words, what I would say is that yes, aluminum business is one is a commodity business, and second is that there are a lot of technical issues, especially when we do the automation, when we do the automotive. We have two businesses, one is automation and one is automotive. Automotive business, the volumes are very large, but the prices are very competitive. Automation business, we have good prices, good margins, but the volumes are not as good as this thing. At one time, it used to be 60% automotive, 40% this thing. Now this year, I think if everything goes well, it will be 50-50. Now, although I can say that it is a aluminum business, it's a commodity business, but we are into high technology business. And when I say high technology business, means really the accuracies, the machining that we do, the post operations that we do. We don't only cast aluminum. Of course, we do the aluminum casting. We have ovens where we melt aluminum and we cast aluminum. But after that, we do a lot of post processing of the aluminum. And when we do post processing of the aluminum, we go up to, for example, in some cases, up to 3 micron accuracy. And you can all imagine what is 3 micron accuracy means. 1 millimeter ka 1000 part is 1 micron. So 3 by 1000 parts accuracy we maintain on a production basis on thousands of pieces. So it is not easy. We have had very good years where we had 18-19% margin. At the moment, there is some strain because a lot of new products are being introduced by our customers. And when new products are introduced, you have rejection, you have learning, you have a lot of cycle, and therefore the margins are stressed. But see, we are an engineering company, both in the electronic side and the aluminum side. We go on innovating, we go on coming with new products, we go on increasing the efficiency, and we go on taking challenges. That is why you see that we still operate at a EBITDA margin of sometimes 16, 17, sometimes 18, 19, sometimes 20%. We hope that we will continue to do that. And at the moment, we do not have any intentions of exiting the business. For sure, not closing down. There is no need to close down, but we can exit the business and we can sell it. I cannot promise you that we will never sell it in our lifetime. But for the next 2-3 years, that is not the way we are looking at it. We are taking the challenges. We are trying to bring back the profitability to what it was at the peak of the aluminum business and what is at the electrical electronic business. Both the businesses, EBITDA was similar. Last year, not last year, but the first 2 quarters of this year, there is a slight aberration. Automotive is not giving as much EBITDA as it used to give, or as our electronics business is going. But that, to my mind, is a temporary aberration. Dinesh, you can add something if you want to add.
Yeah, I will just continuing because I want to address 2 questions. One is from Mr. Botra and also from Mr. Giri, which is connected. One is more on a strategic side, one is more on the operation side. So I want to take both of them together. They are connected. So coming back to there was a question which was posed, which not strategically fitting into our business. When Lumel was acquired, we had to buy these 2 businesses together. So it was bought at that point of time about 12 years ago as one unit, electronics and aluminum die casting together. But just to look at the historical performance of 10 years. So when we bought this company, it was financially challenged. So I will address this one also, that time we had in aluminum die casting 600 employees. Today we have about 500 employees. We do 3.5 times bigger turnover with almost about 100 employees less, with lot of automation investment, etc. And we build this not only on the top line. The average EBITDAs for these businesses were between 15 to 18% over the longer horizon until we went into IPO. So all that was like a good story. If we were not to tell you what we are doing, the growth on top line, EBITDA, we're quite comparable with electronics business. Electronics we hit from 18 to 20, and here we're hitting between 16 to 18. That was the band which we are playing around, and this was coming due to a lot of forward integration or value add which we do, not only casting but post casting processes which Mr. Golia tried to explain you. So all of that, I don't want to repeat that. So a lot of those things what he said and more we do on this. So that's where we were standing. Now what has happened currently in the last 1 year, not 1 year, about 2 years I would say, the entire automation industry, automobile industry in Europe is going through a transformation and going through a stress. You must have heard about what Volkswagen is going through, about 150,000 people losing the job, shifting the location. And so there has been a technological race between, USA, China and Europe. And Europe is a bit fallen behind, and they're trying to catch up that 5 to 10 years of gap at the cost of all these speed innovations, cost of quality, and this is what we are going through. So it may have this effect for some time. Some people may exit and walk away. Some people may be still there. So that's what is happening. That is put a stress. So in our aluminum die casting business, we have got 50% which is non-automotive, 50% automotive. Non-automotive business is still profitable, but the non-automotive business, which is 50%, which is making losses, is taking away all the profits we are making from the rest of the business. Now, what are the action plans? I will just give a little bit of an action plan that we are working on, and the kind of a guideline for the next years what we can expect. So the action plan that we are doing is we are going to this 50% of automotive clients. We are telling them, we are serving them a notice. Either you make a price correction or we agree to close these projects, and closing is not quick. So you cannot quick it very quickly. You stop the line. So you have to have 3 months, 6 months, 9 months supply to ensure that you still make the losses, but you can shift these projects to some other their other suppliers or whatever. So that's one part which you are doing. After we do that, we'll optimize our cost base internally, and then we go back to our non-automotive customers and increase the sales with them, and then hunt for more non-automotive customers. We don't want to walk away totally from the automotive customer. Maybe that 50% will bring it down to maybe 25-30%, not more than that. Only profitable 20-25% we'll put in our portfolio. Rest we'll look at generating more from our non-automotive portfolio. With all of this, the kind of guideline which we can expect is next year we can expect 10-12% EBITDA on this non-automotive aluminum die casting side. And our electronics guidelines are in the range of 18-20, and this year also we are delivering those numbers as we speak. You have seen our results for the Q1 and Q2. Those should be good enough. Again, just summing up, short term to mid term, we don't have any plans to exit. We have robust plan to correct it and get back it on stage. On a long term, we never know, we may even exit with that. So as Mr. Golia said, and I hope I answered, both of us have tried to answer that part of the question. And there's one more left which Mr. Golia can talk.
I think the last question also has already been answered. It was very similar question. What is the prospects?
Yeah, and one more question was there. Some Mr. Giri had asked you about the succession plan. That I would like you to answer.
Yeah. So see, you heard Dinesh. He has, he's not a Rishabh person by birth, if I can call it, in the sense that he did not start his career here. He was in other businesses. He was very good in two businesses. One was the Otis Elevator Company. It's an American company where he spent 10 years of his life learning the business and being effective. And then he was with another UK-based company which were into many items. And he expanded, he set up the India operations. And since 2014, he has been with Lumal. So he first joined Lumal, got a feel of the business, got his hands dirtied by improving that business, split the business into two parts, and really got full control of that business. And from there, then he has become the group CEO. So since last about a year, he has been handling the whole business. All of you can see the results, and obviously with time, we can only get better. The way I learned all these businesses, Dinesh has already learned it. But he will learn further and he will deliver, and you will be able to interact. You have been interacting with him right throughout the year, and I think you will continue to interact with him. So that is the planning. But otherwise, we have a very robust team everywhere. See, as much as you see the face of the company as me, Dinesh, and a few other people, Nitin and all you saw last time. But you can be sure that a business of this size, with so many locations, is run by a multitude of people, people who have been with the company for 20 years, people who have been here for 15 years, people who have been here for 10 years, and they've learned the tricks of the business, Even now we get very unique products are manufactured. Our R&D team is very strong. We are making it stronger. We added an R&D team in Mumbai. We will add another one at IIT Bombay. So a lot of work is being done to remain abreast of the technology, and we will continue to do that. So although, of course, we need a good leader, Dinesh is that good leader. We have already identified him. He has already been groomed. He has already been, become the group CEO from Lumal. He was the president at Lumal, both Lumal Alucast and Lumal SA, but now he's the group CEO, so already he's there. I think company is in good hands. He will take it through, and of course, in the process, when we get problems, we are all there to support him to see that we come out of the problems that we are in. So these are the thoughts that I have. If you have any further questions, you are welcome to write to Ajinkya, our company secretary. He will appropriately reply to them. Or if necessary, you can request him and arrange a one-to-one call. Because I think because of paucity of time and because of the questions which came before the meeting, we have already answered all of them. I will stop the question answer session here. Now, in conclusion, since all the items of the agenda of the meeting are over, the meeting is hereby concluded. The final results of the voting will be submitted to the stock exchanges and will be uploaded on the website of the company on or before 17th September 2024. I hereby authorize the company secretary Ajinkya Joglekar to declare the results of the voting and to upload the same on the stock exchanges. On behalf of the board of directors and the company, I thank you all for attending the AGM and I declare the AGM as closed. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.